Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Ignorant Money Club. So today I want to talk to you about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and why I believe it will make me a multimillionaire and generate life-changing wealth. So for anybody who isn't familiar with cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin, Bitcoin was created back in 2009, and during the time it was created, it was worth like less than a penny. I know some people think that's crazy for it to be almost worth $10,000 today, but yes, roughly 11 years ago, this thing was worth less than a penny. So for the people who bought it back then and held all the way up until now, or even 2017, when we had the huge bullish spike when Bitcoin went up to almost $20,000, I can guarantee you they are multimillionaires if they kept up with their secret keys and kept up with their Bitcoin and stuff like that. So I believe that we will have another bullish spike. And because cryptocurrency from a large scale, it's really not adopted. Like, you may hear about it and you may hear people talking about it every now and then, but for the most part, most people don't even know what this stuff is. They have no clue. They have no clue how to work it. They don't know how to buy it. They don't know where you get it from. They don't know how to transfer it. So if you're watching this video right now, you're pretty much ahead of the eight ball if you, are interested in getting involved with this type of technology. So I just want to share some things with you all to, give you tips on how to get involved with it and some things to do before you get involved with it, just to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. So the first thing you want to do is do your research. Ever since cryptocurrencies came out, or they call them altcoins, anything that's not Bitcoin, ever since altcoins came out, there's been a ton of like these things called ICOs and all types of companies coming out with like, projects saying that they do this with the blockchain and they do this with cryptocurrency. You definitely want to do your research and make sure that these companies are, one, legit, because there are a lot of scams out there. And then two, just make sure that they're actually making are producing results, and it's not just like, oh, this is just an ideal and I'm gonna take your money and just to pursue this ideal, because anybody can do that. I can write up a good enough ideal and convince people to give me some money to go pursue it. So that's one thing that you definitely want to do your hardcore research. Me personally, I don't invest in anything outside of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple, because I have seen them from the time of their inception until now. They have been pretty resilient. They have kept, stayed within the highest market caps of cryptocurrencies. So that's just my personal preference. I own over like 20 cryptocurrencies, but that's when I was kind of a rookie back in the day. I just was buying every single thing that I could get my hands on because everything was going up. So that's what, I was doing. But at the end of the day, I saw that I didn't really have a lot of faith in a lot of these other projects like I do with like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. So I just stick to what I know, and I stick with the main, cryptocurrencies that have shown resiliency throughout the years. The second thing that you want to be wary of is don't FOMO into anything or fear of missing out. You don't want to just jump in it because of the hype. You want to actually know that, all right, I truly believe in this technology. So become familiar with blockchain, become familiar with cryptocurrencies, understand how it works, understand how huge, being able to take a person A and transfer, money to person B, or do something, have a transaction with person B without having a third party, is realize how important that is, and how such a wave that is, within technology, and why that is a reason that you should invest in it. But don't just do it because, your auntie, your mom, your dad said, hey, go invest in cryptocurrencies, because cryptocurrency is very volatile. It goes up, it goes down, it does a lot of different things. And you don't want to be one of those people that pretty much like sell at a loss because you didn't truly believe in it and you thought you were about to lose all your money. So just learn from, the experience, the situations that others have been in, and take advantage of those situations. So another thing that I want to point on for anybody who doesn't quite believe in cryptocurrencies, or you think it's like like Bitcoin is just some big scam. Well, if you have Cash App, go look at your Cash App. Open your Cash App, and what can you buy on Cash App? You can buy Bitcoin. You can transfer Bitcoin, you can withdraw Bitcoin, and do anything that you want to with Bitcoin. So that's one form of adoption. You can go look at your Robinhood account. They've integrated Bitcoin and Ethereum where you can buy and sell it within their platform. And then some bank accounts even have integrations with like Coinbase where you can pretty much buy Bitcoin and stuff, like not buy Bitcoin, but you can basically be able to see and view your Bitcoin on Coinbase. The Bitcoin that you have on Coinbase and cryptocurrencies that you have on Coinbase is integrated to where you can see your cryptocurrencies in your bank with all of your other money. So that is something that is massive. That's mass adoption. I know you've heard about the hack like recently, and then the hack on Twitter where they were hacking all these famous people profiles to get Bitcoin and stuff like that. And in addition to that, the custody of banks. So banks will be able to hold cryptocurrencies, and the banks are like, hey, we can't beat them, so we might as well join them. And it's a currency that nobody can, they can't control this. So why not? I mean, I feel like this is just a side note, but if you wanted to go to the bank right now on a Sunday and say you had $100,000 in there, could you just pull that money and transact and do whatever you need to do with it? No, because if you pull anything over $10,000, the IRS is going to be on you like, it's no tomorrow. So just being able to know that if I have $10,000 in Bitcoin right now, I can transact with you, send that directly to you without any third party. And that is huge. That is so huge. And there are a ton of other reasons for cryptocurrencies and blockchain. That's just one of the main ones. It's just the dollar bill, and it's so inflated right now. We definitely have to be ahead of technology. So this is why I'm talking to everybody, because if you're interested in this, then don't just think that it's over my head, I don't understand it. Because guess what? There was a time where, we're still, at a disadvantage, but when we were really at a disadvantage, we couldn't take advantage of the dot-com era, and you don't see any like black CEOs of huge tech companies like Amazon or anything like that. So we didn't even have the resources to be able to scale on that type of level. I'm sure a ton of us had those ideals, but we didn't even have the resources like a lot of our counterparts have. So this is something I'm telling you that you can really take advantage of what's about to be what people call like the next dot-com era or the internet 2.0 and things like that. Is if you don't understand it, feel free to reach out to me and my team. We can definitely break it down to you and just help you get started, because I'd rather see you in it and understanding what's going on and learning as you go than to just not be in it at all. So cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, it's a very risky investment. Any investment is going to have some type of risk to it, but when you're thinking about something long term, sometimes patience is key. Like I said, back in 2011, these guys bought cryptocurrencies and held it all the way up until now. 6 years, life-changing wealth. If you would have held from 2011, when I think Bitcoin was still like under $100, if you would have held from 2011 all the way until 2017 and sold at the top, or sold anywhere remotely close over 10,000, or even sold right now, you would have been a multi-millionaire 10 times over. So that's just something that you got to think about, because people go out here day in and day out. Like, you mean to tell me you would rather slave 20 years on somebody else's job and, just do something that you don't even love for 20 years, but you can't be patient enough to wait for an asset to appreciate 5-10 years that's going to be directly beneficial to you when it does appreciate. So I'm crypto crazy, I'm holding for the long term. I love the technology. I love what, some of these companies are doing in this space. And I really hope that anybody who's watching this video, it doesn't go over your head. You don't look past it. I hope you really just go Google, what is Bitcoin? And if you don't understand it, please reach out to us. We're available for you. We're here for you to answer any questions that you need and try to get you, invested into these assets if you really feel like it meets your, investment portfolio. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, not investment advice. But anyways, like I said, have any questions, reach out, feel free, don't be afraid, and you all have a great day.